friends around, and we're all watching each other.
I mean, you're in your own home.
We're a big family here in the tents. Like it's kind of hard to get out of here too. Once you're in, it's a hard time to get out.
Tent cities, housing on the margins. Every community seems to have one. No one seems to have a fix. But here in Gatineau, they're trying something completely different. My producer Ryan and I have been covering homelessness and addiction in communities across Ontario. Different places, same problems. A lot of it centers around housing and support, but guys like Jean-François Bourgogne would be the first to tell you you cannot just give someone an apartment and hope for the best.
I was in an apartment for 2 years, and I let go of my apartment to come back here.
Why?
Because I was missing the place and my friends, my family here.
JF tells me his story. He remembers being a little kid, being put into foster care, on and off the streets ever since then. And when he finally got an apartment, the isolation of living alone, it led him right back here.
Over there, you're stuck between four walls with no friends, nobody. Yeah, so I came back here.
You chose to come back on the streets because of
Yeah.
the community you had here on the streets.
Yeah.
And so this is home. It's a home that he shares with his family of dogs. Right next to JF's tent city, people have set up permanent RVs. And right next to that, Village Transitiôn opened up last December, a container community with one basic rule: no visitors. They made an exception for us, and that was to give us a sense of how it all works and why they say it's a game changer.
If people cannot dream and think about the future, they cannot heal. You know, you just have your welfare check, you go on drugs, and you just wait the time pass because you don't have any dream, you know.
Everyone here gets a place to call their own. They can come and go as they please, but no one else gets in. Just a community of residents, nurses, and outreach workers.
We want them to feel a part of this.
It's going to cost about $22 million over 10 years. It's a collaboration between the city, the province, and developer DevCorp, and that's to convert 85 containers into a village of 100 housing units, and everyone here pays rent. So everybody's got their own electronic key fob?
Yes.
That gets them inside?
Yeah, so they've got their home TV, and as you can see, it's all metal, so we don't have any problem with bed bugs and stuff like that. It's easy to clean, and here they have their own toilet. They don't take care of their stuff, they're gonna have to refund.
So there's a sense of responsibility.
Yes, totally, because that's the way it works in an apartment.
Is there a value to having people pay within their means for this space rather than get it free?
Yeah, I think that if you want to make them ready to go in an apartment, it's hard to stay somewhere for 5 years without paying, and after that you have a rent to pay. And also, we want to be a kind of organization who's going to be able to be free of debt one day. You know, in 9 years, everything is going to be paid.
Rent here is 25% of any social assistance you get, between $200 to $500 a month. It's not much, symbolic maybe, but it means everyone here is invested in the plan.
You need to get involved in the project, you need to work on the project, you have to take care of your flowers, take care of your grass, make sure you don't break it.
At least I'm not on the streets.
That's Manon Desureau. She moved in about 4 months ago. She's a mom, a grandma, and she spent the last 14 years on the streets.
You ever been homeless?
I have not.
No way. You from Canada? Yeah. You got a family too? And me too. I got 2 grown boys. It's his birthday today.
But you feel safe here, and
Yeah.
you didn't before?
No, living in the woods is different.
You were living in the woods?
Yeah. Out by the creek, you run into all sorts of people.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't know anybody.
So Nancy was saying that here people are feeling a sense of hope. Do you feel more hope here for your future? What's your goal being here? What's your next step?
To get my own place. Get out of here. This is good for 5 years, but I don't want to be here for 5 years.
What do you need to get beyond this?
An apartment.
I think we need apartment, but I think this place is in between. They need to learn how to take care of their own space.
The people that run this place tell us their model can get people off the streets at a fraction of the cost. Here's the research they point to. It costs more than $70,000 a year for each person living on the streets. That's for things like shelters, first responders, and social programs. Here, that cost goes down to about $20,000 per person per year. Based on those numbers, they claim they'll save taxpayers more than $50 million over the next 10 years.
You can see the difference, the feeling here. It's very calm, and you can see the difference. And even for those people, some of them use less drug than used before because they don't need to get stoned. You know, they have a safer space now.
But change is not easy, especially when you've been on the streets as long as Desiro has.
It's nice, but they gotta get off our ass. They're counselors here. We pay our rent, but they don't leave us alone. Do this, do that, do this, do that.
But those rules are what makes this place work.
I know they don't like the fact that it's all fenced in like that and that there's security guards everywhere. They don't like that, but they have to. Because people were becoming animals for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was free for all. And you know, people were getting beat up, getting hurt, getting raped.
There are outreach workers and security on site all the time. They help to get supplies, to get to appointments, and to access care. But if you break the rules, you can lose it all. Happened to JF. After he left his previous apartment to move back here, he got a spot at Village Transitiôn, but he got kicked out, and now he's back here where he tells me things are much more dangerous.
You get robbed every day, every night, no security, like nothing.
For guys like JF, getting used to the rules at Village Transitiôn was too much. But it didn't work out for you. Why?
Because the first rule sheet that we had, it was not saying that we're not allowed to smoke inside. Okay. And I smoked inside, so I had a warning. And second one, it was because of my cleaning. Well, I was in a tent for 4 years before that, so it's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard for being clean in 18 days, like they want. So they gave me another warning by paper.
But it's home to you and your dogs.
Yeah, for now it is.
That place, the idea is a good solution, but it sounds like the rules are what you are really upset about.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have visit, no family, no friends, no nothing from outside the containers. And yeah, it's very sad.
As we're talking to JF, we bump into Eric Saint-Jean.
It's like half foot in jail and the other on the street.
His sister's inside Village Transitiôn.
It's like a place like you can relax and nobody gonna bug you. Here, so many people bug me there.
He's wondering if it might be the bridge that he needs.
Maybe I'll be okay. Maybe I'll change, you know, like maybe it could be a solution for me. But I want to try it, you know.
It's a new concept, and it's going to be the residents who are the real test of whether it is working. Nancy knows not everyone will be able to adapt, but most have. Some have already moved out of here and into their own apartments. When you look around at all this, what do you feel?
I feel proud and tired.
Tired because you spent the past 5 years trying to convince government officials and the developer that all of this could happen. Right now they've got 32 people living here permanently. They're starting to conduct interviews for the next batch, hoping to fill these containers up with 100 people by Christmas. Omar Dabaghi-Pacheco, CBC News, Gatineau.